What is going on, beautiful people? I am Lee Hammock, the diagnosed self-aware narcissist known as mental illness, and welcome to another episode of A Narcissist Explains. In today's episode is going to be talking about how I don't put anything past anyone in a toxic relationship. When a toxic relationship ends, how people change up and become increasingly more dangerous. Stay tuned, like and subscribe. So one of the main things that I've learned when talking to people that are dealing with toxic relationships and toxic people is that I don't put anything past anyone anymore. And if you're new here, I'm a self-aware narcissist and I point out toxic traits and behaviors. So typically when I'm talking to people over Zoom, they say things like, oh, I don't think that they would do this. I don't think they would ever do this to me. Those are the dying words of some people, y'all. Because you never know. You never truly know how someone will react once you leave them. Once they feel like their life is imploding and crumbling and their situation is changing and you're leaving them and you might move on to someone else, they might snap. So always stay safe and protect yourself, whether the person is a narcissist or toxic person or whatever. It doesn't really matter. Because you didn't think that they would treat you like this at first, did you? You didn't think that they would be toxic to you, did you? You didn't think that they would treat you this horribly to get to this point where you want to leave them in the first place. So again, I don't put anything past anyone. So people that have treated you well in the past might actually unalive you, y'all. So welcome back, y'all. I don't put anything past anyone. So during my time as people will call me a coach, I've been doing Zoom calls for almost 2 years now, right? When I do Zoom perspective, I talk to people about their toxic relationships. I talk to narcissists as well, about how they're doing, how they're living their life and things like that. And one of the main things that I hear people say, which kind of blows my mind, is that people say, hey, look, I don't put anything past it. You know, they'll say stuff like that. Oh my goodness. They'll say things like, I don't think they'll do this to me. I don't think they'll do this. I don't think it'll get that far. They don't seem like they'll do this. They don't seem like they'll harm me. I don't think they'll hurt me. I don't think they'll do this. I don't think they'll do that. Y'all, those are the dying words of some toxic people. Those are the last words that some people utter, you know what I mean, on this planet, because you don't think that this person has the ability or will harm you or will hurt you or will do anything like that. You don't think this person will stalk you. You don't think this person will hunt you down. You don't think this person will pop up at your job. You don't think this person will stalk you, drive past your house at 2 o'clock in the morning. You don't think this person will do this. You don't think that person will do that. Y'all, I'm here to tell you that you never know what people will do when their back is against the wall or they feel like their life is about to be turned upside down and things like that. You just don't know that until it actually happens to you. Yeah, you just don't know what somebody will do until they actually do it. So I tell people, sometimes the most dangerous time in a toxic relationship is actually when you leave or try to leave the toxic relationship dynamic. Sometimes the most dangerous time happens when when you're out of it, when you go no contact, when you're blocking their phone calls, when you disappear on them and you cut off access to them. Sometimes that's the most dangerous part of it. That's the most dangerous part of a toxic relationship, is actually when you get out of the toxic relationship. When you leave it, when it's like, okay, it's time for me to go. I got my exit plan. I got this happening for me. I got that happening for me. That turns out to be the most dangerous time, because you never know how that toxic person, that narcissistic person, whatever, will act once they can't get in contact with you anymore. Once you cut off access, because a lot of times in the mind of a toxic narcissistic person, because this is what they'll do, they automatically think that you're trying to replace them with someone else. They automatically go to, oh my goodness, they're going to leave me for somebody else. They have somebody else. Somebody else is going to do this and do that. Somebody else is going to see them with their clothes off. They go into this toxic ass mindset where they become obsessive and extremely dangerous. And you just never know what they'll do, y'all. So when I tell people, make a plan. Make a plan. When you decide to leave a toxic relationship, change up your routine, change up your schedule, change up whatever needs to be changed up. Get you some protection, file a restraining order, move, change your phone number, do whatever you need to do to protect yourself, because some people will become obsessive and some people will become extremely dangerous because they think you're trying to move on to someone else. They think you're trying to replace them. They put it into their heads that, oh my goodness, they're going to find somebody else, they're going to leave me, and they're going to fall in love with somebody else, and I'll never see them again. And they go crazy. They start telling themselves all this stuff in their head, and they'll go crazy. they'll come looking for you. They'll start blowing your phone up. They'll call you 97 times. They'll call you 150 times. They'll send you 1,000 text messages. Y'all, and sometimes you don't want to go to the police, but I'm telling you, yeah, going to the police agitates some people. Yeah, it'll agitate some people. But going to the police, it can help protect you and help save your life, y'all. I know this is outside of the scope of the normal stuff that I do and the normal stuff that I talk about, but y'all, you have to protect yourself because some of these bastards are crazy. Y'all, some of these people will lose their minds once you decide to leave. And no matter, this is the crazy part about it. This is the kind of crazy part about it because no matter how badly they've been treating you, they probably never thought that you were going to leave, and you leaving them blew their minds, and they automatically think you have someone else. No matter how badly they've treated you. Especially if y'all been, this is not me blaming y'all, especially if you've been doing the back and forth stuff for a long time and you've been forgiving them for a lot of stuff, they absolutely don't think you're ever going to leave them. So they keep doing the stuff. And then once you finally leave, they're like, oh, wait, you lied to me. You said you love me. You said you're going to forgive me for everything. Y'all, I'm just telling you, once you leave these toxic relationship dynamics, that if you have kids with them, they're going to try to fight you for full custody. They're going to try to punish you through the kids. They're going to treat the kids horribly just to get back at you. If you don't have kids by them, if you have property, if you got to divorce them, they're going to make the divorce process as hard and as arduous and as long as possible, where it exhausts you. They're going to snap. I don't think they'll do this to me. They're going to snap, and you're going to see them. So you're going to see their real, true selves, and it's probably going to hurt you. It's probably going to break your heart to see who they really are. It's like, how can I love somebody that does this to me right now? So I tell people, leave at the first violation, y'all. I know it might be too late for some of y'all to leave now after it's been plenty of first violations, but leave at the first red flag. Leave at the first inkling of narcissistic toxic rage. Leave at the first cell, cellular level violation. Leave. If your stomach hurt, if they make your stomach hurt, if you feel anxious around them, leave them early, y'all. Because the deeper you get into these toxic relationships, it's like digging a hole, y'all, not a grave. It's like digging a hole. The deeper you get into it, the harder it is for you to crawl out of it. The harder it is for you to get out of that hole. So you have to protect yourself by any means possible. I'm telling you, some people, once you leave them, that's when the real them comes out. That's when the evil and the vitriol and the craziness will absolutely come out of some of these people. So you have to protect yourself. You have to guard yourself because they don't care about that. They want you. They don't care about guarding you or protecting you or being safe around you and stuff like that. They absolutely want you. And some of them want you to suffer for hurting their feelings. Some of them want you to feel the pain that they feel when you decided to leave them. That's why I say you have to protect yourself. Restraining orders, moving. I had my phone number for 25 years. I want to change it, but they keep calling me. You might have to change that phone number. But again, if you live in the United States, I don't know about the other countries. There's the Second Amendment is there for a reason, y'all. You might have to get one of them, but I don't believe in them. Okay. All right, y'all. All right. I'm just telling you. I'm just putting this information out there for y'all to protect yourself and to stay as safe and as strong as possible. Because if you don't, I'm just telling you, they're going to take advantage of you. They're going to harm you. And sometimes they will end your existence. They're going to send you to meet God. So protect yourself. You decide to leave, make a plan. Make a foolproof plan. Not a foolproof plan. No, have a backup plan just in case that plan falls through. A backup plan. Have 2 or 3 backup plans and things like that, y'all, if you decide to leave and you feel like they might be dangerous. Whether you feel like they might be dangerous or not, have a backup plan. Because they could turn into a dangerous person once you decide to leave. Anyway, y'all, let me cut this thing short. Thank you for tuning into another episode. Like and subscribe for more. And as always, Mental Illness is out. Peace.